Hi, I'm Sally.
And I'm Semma, and we are
The Buffy Babes. We're going to be talking all things Buffy, rewatch, reboot, and fun facts.
So let's go.
In season 2, episode 11 of Buffy, Joyce has started dating a man named Ted. Despite Buffy taking an instant disliking to him, Ted initially seems friendly, helpful, charming, and funny, winning over Xander and Willow. Quickly, though, Buffy notices disturbing behavior beneath the surface, including controlling tendencies and sudden bursts of anger. After a confrontation between the two escalates, Buffy believes she may have accidentally killed him in self-defense, which creates tension with her mother and results in her getting in trouble from the police. Willow and Xander, believing that Buffy would never kill an innocent man, investigate, and together with Cordelia find that Ted has been drugging those around him through his homemade meals, with the aim of creating and maintaining an idealized domestic life, whilst at the same time locking a series of women in his basement until their death. When Ted suddenly reappears in Buffy's house and they fight once again, Buffy this time discovers he is actually a robot and succeeds in destroying him once and for all.
Such a good episode.
I mean, good and bad at the same time. It kind of
It's good.
reminded me a lot of like Reptile Boy in that it's so
Mm,
like so based in reality, and so like the evil monster is so recognizable in our world and stuff that it's kind of
yes,
horrible. It's
yes,
so well done, but also
yes.
really
I
horrible
I
at the
find
same
it
time.
less creepy than Reptile Boy.
Do you?
Yeah. Like I think because I don't know, maybe because I've never been in that situation of having a
Yeah.
stepdad and creepy stepdad that like, whatever. But I think I like it because it's so feels like it's so rooted in reality, but then the supernatural part of it sort of like relieves that. So you sort of get a sense of relief of, oh, okay,
Yeah.
he's not actually a human. So that
Yeah.
helps. Whereas in Reptile Boy, they are still humans and they
They
are still
are, that's
boys
true, yeah.
being cruel and horrible. So I feel like
But
with
I
this one,
mean,
you do get a relief.
you don't find out that he's a robot until fairly late in the episode, do you?
No.
So for the whole time, he just you assume that he's,
Mm,
human. Obviously, it
yeah.
being Buffy, you kind of guess there might be something about him, whether he's like a demon or whatever. Um, but for all intents and purposes, he's a human doing this. And that's
Mm.
just, oh, it's so scary. There's so many things about this episode that I absolutely hate, which,
Well,
obviously is what makes it such a good
yeah.
episode. But like I said in the last episode, I always skip this one. And rewatching it now, I'm just like, yep, I'll still keep skipping this. This is just too horrible. I don't like watching this.
Yeah, I actually really enjoy this episode. I would never skip this episode just because I think there's a big sense of justice in the end. I think that's why. Um,
Mm,
but yeah, I don't like how Buffy's mum treats Buffy. Like
yeah.
I sort of get because when rewatching it and then, knowing that he's drugging them and all that kind of stuff. So when you sort
Yeah.
of know what he's been doing, you sort of get why his mum is so happy and she's so like dismissive and she's so like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's fine, he's lovely, why don't you care as much as I do, kind of thing. I
Yeah.
get it then. But then as soon as like, the whole thing happens with him falling down the stairs and then the police, Joyce is
Yeah.
just like oblivious to Buffy at all and her feelings. Like the
Yeah.
fact that she thinks that she might have killed someone. And
Yeah.
she's sort of quite selfish in this episode, isn't she? She's very
She
like,
is.
just go to your room. Please just go away. I don't want to talk about it. And it's like, it's
Yeah.
not about you right now. It's about your
Yeah.
daughter who could potentially be like, go away for murder or something in
Yeah.
that
Who's still a
situation.
child?
Yeah,
She's
he's
still a
still a
child,
child.
right?
That's what I noted down actually. She shouldn't have been questioned by the police as a minor
Yeah.
by herself. So I did write
Yeah.
that down. I'm sure they did it for dramatic effect, but in reality, she wouldn't have been questioned by herself. Her mother should have been here or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, I didn't like the way Joyce was very dismissive of her and didn't like, you know, help her at all through this really
Yeah.
traumatic thing that's just happened. She basically blamed her,
hmm I mean,
didn't
I had the
she?
exact same note. I literally wrote Joyce is a shit mum for not comforting Buffy after she quote unquote kills Ted. Because yeah, she
Basically, yeah.
straight away dismisses her. Not a single thought for, oh my God, my daughter has just killed a man. How is she feeling? I have to help her
Yeah.
through this. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. Go to your room. And I was really annoyed by that. But the one thing that I can think of is that she was probably drugged the most by Ted. So,
Mm.
I mean, it's probably still in her system a bit rather than like Willow and Xander only had bits here and there. So they weren't as heavily drugged.
Mm.
So they kind of quickly recovered. And that's the only thing that I'm kind of clinging on to make me think that maybe Joyce isn't such a rubbish mom after all, is that she's
Mm.
still, fighting this off. And that's probably more wishful thinking because
Yeah.
when she thinks Buffy comes back into the room, she's like, it's actually Ted, but she thinks it's Buffy, and she starts to say something like, "Oh, I know it was an accident, or it wasn't your fault, or something comforting."
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
quite soon after, she tells Buffy to go to her room or whatever. So
Yeah. So she knows that
maybe
she's being
Joyce is
crap.
just rubbish. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. She didn't handle it very well. She didn't help her daughter through it very well. Um, yeah, it was one of her major flaws in this episode, I think, even though she was being drugged. But I do think it's a really good episode, especially how they sort of implement his creepiness as well, because it does start off as like he is
Hmm.
just nice. So obviously she just doesn't like him because he's there and not her dad.
Yeah. There and
All the
kissing her
way,
mum in the kitchen.
yeah, all the way up until the mini golf bit. And that's when it gets
Yeah.
scary. And it's so scary the way he switches, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's one of the scariest parts is that switch.
The switch, yeah. From
Yeah.
the, really friendly, like public persona to
Mm,
suddenly not a nice man, not a nice person.
yeah. Yeah. God, it makes me feel so sorry for Buffy. But there's like some funny like oh, it's funny. Interesting things that I noticed in this episode that I then noticed in later episodes. So the first scene with Joyce, when Buffy first walks in on them, she's wearing the same dress that she wears. I think it's like season 6 when she's gonna go for a date with that guy before she dies, the body. And like Dawn is telling
Oh,
her to spin around, and they're both telling her to spin around. Do you
yeah,
remember
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
that
I
episode?
remember that, yeah.
It's the same dress.
It's the same dress. Wow. I did
Yeah.
not pick that up. You're so good at noticing the outfit details. You're
I know, I
always
love
on
the
it.
outfits. Yeah. But I was like, oh, Joyce is wearing her date dress. That's what I wrote
She's
down.
only got one.
Yeah,
She brings it out every
literally.
couple of years.
Literally, yeah. That is the case because then she only ever has another date then because she's so scarred
Yeah.
by Ted. Um, but yeah, so I thought that was interesting. And Buffy in her what's it? What's her jean things again?
Oh,
Um,
dungarees.
dungarees. She seems to always wear the dungarees when she's sad, doesn't she?
Sad, yeah. I did
Yeah.
notice that.
Yeah, because then the next time we'll see these dungarees at the very end of the episode when she's getting the bus and she's leaving town.
Oh, she wears them then, does
She
she?
wears them then as well, I remember, yes.
Ah, all these little things. All
But
these
I
little
just,
things. See, I saw the
yeah,
dungarees and I was just like, oh, Buffy's sad dungarees. I should get a pair of dungarees. They look
yeah,
really comfortable. And you're like,
yeah,
oh, she also wears this pair. Da, 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 da.
yeah. She just brings them out when she's sad. These are her sad outfit. This is her sad outfit.
I mean, when you're sad, you do want to be comfortable, don't you? You don't want to be in
Yeah.
like a mini skirt and heels. You want to be in your comfy
Mm.
dungarees, baggy clothes.
Mm. Yeah, they do look very comfortable. They're a very comfy, baggy looking pair of dungarees. I
Mm-hmm.
really want some.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ditto.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so those are like the outfits things that I noticed. Oh, and the bit, when Ted's threatening her about putting her in a mental asylum,
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's even like worse now, rewatching it, knowing her history
Knowing, yeah.
from that she had already been in one.
Yeah. And that
And
must
then
be
she,
so terrifying because she's
yeah,
already been in one. And then this man who she hates and is like muscling in on her mother and her family is
mm,
threatening to put her one in one again. So
mm,
terrifying for Buffy.
yeah. So that I feel like that was even worse for her in that scene, knowing her history with
Yeah.
mental asylums. So
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that was interesting. I feel like some things are more interesting when you rewatch it.
They are for sure, yeah. And not just a
Mm,
casual, like, I'm gonna put this on while I do something else, but when you
mm,
properly sit down
yeah,
and watch it, you get
yeah,
so many more details and layers, don't you?
mm,
But yeah,
exactly,
just
exactly.
all the injustices in this episode, I get so angry on Buffy's behalf
Mm.
that, it's like season 7 where all the potentials gang up on her again and kick her out of her own house. It's that same feeling of like, Buffy's done nothing wrong. Why is everyone ganging up on her? Why is her mum turning her back on her? Why are her friends turning their backs on her? Everyone in the schools gossiping about her. The police are like accusing her of this and oh, he hit you. Well, I don't see a bruise. And
I
you just want to
know.
scream at the TV,
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
you?
doesn't
I
look
just,
like he hit you that hard. I hate that cop. He's
yeah.
such a sleaze bag.
He's the kind of guy who would say, oh, what were you wearing if a girl came in
Yes.
and said that she'd been like sexually assaulted or something.
Yeah. He would so say that,
Oh,
wouldn't he?
so anger, female
Yeah.
rage.
Yeah. But at least her friends did turn around at the end and have her back because if they didn't
That's
go and
true.
investigate and find the bodies and find his place and
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff, then they wouldn't have had all the evidence to be like, well, look, he is a creepy serial killer,
yeah.
and a robot. So Buffy didn't
Okay,
kill
so I have
him.
a question about the robot aspect because
Yeah.
you would kind of assume that the police see the robot body and you know, they know the whole story of what happens. But when Joyce is speaking to Buffy at the end, I kind of got the impression that she didn't know he was a robot, that she
Mm.
wasn't told. Because she makes some comment like, oh, I keep thinking he's going to jump out at me or something or come back. And, Buffy makes that quip of, oh, don't worry, he's on the scrap heap now or something. But I kind
Yeah,
of got the
scrap heap of
impression
life.
that, yeah, scrap heap of life. I kind of got the impression that Joyce didn't know he was a robot. What do you think?
Maybe, maybe they didn't tell the police that he had come back.
Yeah,
They just took the robot body and put him on a scrap heap, literally.
yeah,
Because there is, I guess, a bit of a supernatural element. They don't gonna, tell the police about a demon body that they find in the house.
yeah.
So I guess maybe they just got rid of it like they would normally get rid of
And
anything.
because Willow keeps parts, doesn't she?
Yes, exactly. So
And you'd
I
guess the
feel
police wouldn't
like,
let her keep parts if they knew about it.
yeah. So I feel
Just
like
the fact that he was evil and had done all these things was enough for Buffy not to be
yeah,
charged with whatever. But then
maybe.
Joyce still thinks her daughter has killed a man, like accidentally or in self defense, whatever. She still thinks that, and she hasn't.
Well, she knew that he came back. That's why she keeps thinking that he might jump out at her.
But she doesn't know that. She still thinks he's a real man, doesn't she?
Yes, I guess so. But then he wouldn't be like she doesn't think that she's killed a person because he came back. Because he
Oh,
was like,
yeah. She doesn't
I'm
know
the
that
one that
Buffy got him
died.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like she was knocked out when Buffy got him again.
yeah.
So as far as
Yeah.
I
Okay.
guess as far as her memory went, he came and attacked them and tried to kidnap her, and then he was
Yeah,
gone.
yeah,
So, and Buffy probably said, "Oh yeah, he's gone now. He's not gonna come back," kind of thing.
yeah,
Um, so she's probably like, "Oh yeah, okay, so you didn't kill him, but he was creepy and crazy."
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So,
But if the fact that he was just a robot, I don't know. I can understand them not telling the police or Joyce if he was some kind of supernatural being, but just
mm.
a garden variety robot, like surely you could share that
I'm sure there's some
because
sort of
that's just
supernatural element
science, isn't
because,
it?
but he's a really good robot. Do
Well,
you know
I
what
mean,
I
that's
mean?
like
He's
that's the
really well
Hellmouth effect,
made.
isn't it? Like the fact that that he could do it was the fact that they're on the
Mm.
Hellmouth, but it still
Yes.
is just science based.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. I guess that's what they decided to do. They not tell the police or anyone and just
Yeah.
sort
I
it
mean,
out.
to be fair, the way Buffy was treated by the police, maybe
Yes.
they didn't want to.
I wouldn't trust them anyway.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
But I like that we
exactly.
see Jenny again in this episode.
Yes, I was so annoyed at her for being so rude to Giles. and in the computer room when she's all like
Oh
dismissive and
yeah.
like, stop looking at
Yeah.
me with those puppy dog eyes. It's like,
Yeah.
you've got this wonderful man who adores you and you're
Mm-hmm.
lying to him. Like,
Yeah. She's
stop being
treated him
rude to
so
him.
badly, isn't she?
Yeah. So I'm glad she came to apologize to him, but then, she shot him in the back.
She shot him with a crossbow, yeah. Which was kind of funny.
Yes, it was kind of funny, but I'm glad that they're sort of back together. But then it makes it feel like, oh no, they're running out of time. Be together, be together.
Yeah.
You
Because
know
do
what
you
I
know what?
mean?
This episode is 11, which means we're exactly halfway through the series now, through season 2, sorry.
I can't believe that all of the angel stuff then only happens in the second half of the series. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I what I did like in this episode though about Buffy and Angel is their conversation and they're like just having a chat and like she's unloading on him and being annoyed about Ted and he's like being supportive boyfriend and listening and giving her advice and I actually thought that was a really
Mm,
nice scene and it's
yeah.
a very rare scene because normally when we see them together they're either fighting or they're fighting something or there's some sort of danger element
It's
to it.
filled
They
with
never,
drama, isn't it?
yeah, they never
You don't
just
get
get
the
to
normal,
be.
everyday kind of, yeah.
Yeah, like what conversations do they have? How is their actual relationship? Like why are they so in love? They must have more to it than just danger all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
So I like that they had that in this because it did feel more like, oh, he is just her boyfriend and they are just like a
Mm.
typical boyfriend and girlfriend situation.
And that they were so comfortable together as well. Like there wasn't
Mm,
any awkwardness or anything that, they have had in the past when it hasn't been imminent danger, you know?
mm.
It was just them
Yeah.
hanging out together, totally relaxed, and yeah, really nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
although I've got to say, he did seem a bit bored when she was just going on and on about Ted.
Yeah.
I did get
Wait,
that impression that he was just like, yeah, I've heard enough of this now.
yeah, like, are you gonna talk about anything else?
Yeah.
But he was still like really nice about it.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, so you're gonna use logic. And I just really liked it. I liked seeing that bit of their relationship because you don't see it that often. I feel like the next time maybe we ever see something like that is when before the prom episode. And they're like lying in bed and she's fallen asleep and she's like, oh, I wonder what time it
Yeah.
is. And they're just like, being boyfriend and girlfriend. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh, I like your hair. And she's like, oh no, I have to like fix this nest on my head or whatever. I feel
Yeah,
like
because
that's
it
like
is
the
rare,
only other
isn't it?
time. It's very rare, yeah. I feel like that distinctly in my memory bank of Buffy. There's like the only time I feel like this is when they're just being a couple again. I might be wrong,
Hmm.
but we'll see.
Well, so we've got just a couple, 2 or 3 episodes, I think, before Angel goes bad. And I mean, to be fair, I didn't really remember the scene between Buffy and Angel in this episode before I
Mm,
rewatched it. So there might be
yeah.
like something else snuck in there. But he's going to go bad pretty soon. And then it's all drama and killing and pulling him back from
Yeah.
the hell dimension and rah, 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 rah. So they don't have
Gosh.
much time just to be normal
No.
teenage kids, do they?
But the scene when he's bad and she like finds him in his house and she's like crying and she's like, was I not good? And he was like, oh, you're
Yeah.
great. Oh, it's just,
Oh, broke my
again, it's
heart.
one of those things that's so rooted in reality that you really feel it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just so well done. Like, yeah. Oh, I can't
They
watch it, but I have to.
I mean the writers know how to do like a teenage girl, don't they?
Yes.
Credit to them.
Yes. And those actual problems, like someone moving in on their mum and being part of their life,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's a very common thing for divorced, parents and things to go through,
Yeah.
and children for having to deal with, especially like when you're a only child as well, and you're used to just
Mm.
having like that's your mum, that's their space, their house. So
Yeah.
I
When
feel
they were having
like,
that family dinner with just the three of them, I just
Mm.
thought how much I would hate that if I were Buffy, suddenly having this other guy sitting at my dinner table every single night. Like, you wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
be yourself, would you? You couldn't
No.
relax in your own home and just have a normal dinner with your mum.
Well, especially considering he just threatened her as well.
Well,
Yeah.
and that element, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And like your mum wouldn't believe you. Like I feel like you would just want to run away or something. It just wouldn't feel like
Yeah,
your home anymore, your space.
yeah.
Um, so I do feel like they write that really well.
I mean, this is kind of edging into fun fact territory, but I did read something
Yes.
that what's John Ritter, is that his name? John Ritter, who plays
Maybe?
Ted, being in this episode really made him kind of take a step back and look at his own relationship with his stepdaughter. I mean, not in
Oh.
a I'm a crazy robot and I'm abusing everyone, but just kind of like, oh, how must this feel from her point of view, and
Mm-hmm.
all that kind of stuff. Because I
Oh,
suppose
that's
when it's you
interesting.
yourself, you're living it, you've got your own experience,
Mm.
you don't necessarily, I don't know, think about it from all possible angles. And then when you're acting
Yes.
in an episode like this, it really would make you like stop and have a real think about things. So I
Mm.
thought that was quite interesting.
Yeah, because I guess at the time all you're thinking is, okay, how am I gonna like prove myself or try and be a part of this family? You're not
Yeah.
really thinking, well, do they want me to be a part of it? And like how
Yeah.
is it for
And
them?
I'm
And like,
sure, joining a family like that, you must think, how is this for her, or,
mm,
him if you've got a stepson or whatever. And you would try and think about it, but there's only so much you can do and consider, isn't there? And some things
yeah.
that just wouldn't even occur to you, especially as a stepdaughter. You're not going to know how to think as a teenage girl, are you?
No, exactly. But no, I really like this episode just because they get so many of these very key scenes and feelings. I feel like they're bang on.
Yeah.
But, that's speaking from someone who hasn't actually experienced something like this. So it'll be interesting to know if anybody has experienced this and when
Yeah.
they watch this episode, maybe it was triggering. But it
Yeah,
was
that's
true as
true. That's
well.
true.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so is there any fun facts for us, Sally?
Yeah, so this episode was filmed over Halloween. So the cast used to come to set in their Halloween costumes. And
Really?
Sarah Michelle Gellar came as Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz with her dog Toto. And Christine Sutherland, who was Joyce, came dressed as a 1950s housewife to match the theme of Ted's first wife for the
That's
episode. So that was kind of
funny.
cool. Alison Hannigan has said this is her third favorite episode to shoot. And she said John Ritter was the best. We would all just hang out in his trailer and be like, "Hi, John Ritter." And he didn't care. And we got to shoot at a mini golf place. And also during the final confrontation between Buffy and Ted, they were both ill at the time. Both actors were sick at the time. So
Oh,
they looked a
really?
little bit peaky during that. That's why they were sick.
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar had the flu and Ritter had food poisoning. And they still
Oh, no.
filmed. Still filmed an
Gosh.
epic fight scene.
Yeah, like that was really good. I loved her hitting him with the pan.
Oh, yeah, that was
Wasn't that
brilliant, wasn't it?
fantastic?
Yes. Yes.
Especially
For
because he how
all the injustice for Buffy and then
yeah,
bam.
yeah.
With the
Especially
frying
because
pan.
he went on about having a cast iron pan. So I like that she
Yeah.
used the cast
Yeah.
iron pan.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, mini pizza's your face.
Deep fry this.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. See, you should come up with some puns. I always think Buffy's so good at her puns, and I want to do some puns, but I don't come up with anything good.
That's right. We'll think of some good ones together for when we're fighting evil.
Okay, cool. Great. Yeah, so all in all, I really enjoyed this episode, but you would skip it again, would you?
I would skip it again, yeah.
Yeah, too much.
Just because of the rage, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
enjoy feeling that rage of everyone unfairly treating Buffy.
Yes, no, that's true. That's how I feel about that episode when they kick her out the house. But I still watch
Yeah.
it because I like with Spike coming back and like shouting at them all.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because in general, like Lord of the Rings is one of my all-time favorite stories. And one of the things I
Mm,
like best about it is that when Frodo comes home at the end, despite the fact that he's the one who destroyed the One Ring and has to live with, all this inner turmoil and stuff for the rest of his life, no one in the Shire appreciates him for it. They're all like, oh, yay, Merry and Pippin, they're the best. Look at them, warriors on their horses, rah, rah, rah. And poor old
mhm,
Frodo is just completely forgotten about. So, in that
mm.
sense, like, that's unfair for Frodo. Why don't I get angry about that? I don't. It just makes it a really good story. But something like this, no, it just makes me angry.
Mm. Maybe as a mother, now that you're a mother, and if this sort of, I don't know, situation was in your hands, you wouldn't have acted like that with Buffy. Like, I definitely know I wouldn't have. I would have been straight away, like, making sure she's okay and
Yeah,
that kind of
yeah.
stuff. But I know she's drugged and stuff. I think, oh, that interview I sent you with, what's her name?
Oh,
Joyce.
yes. Yeah, Kristen
She
Sutherland.
she actually mentioned this episode, didn't she? Saying that
Yeah.
she thought it was out of character for
Yeah, yeah,
Joyce to
yeah,
treat Buffy in that way. And that episode as well, when she throws Buffy out the house and says, "Don't come back." She
yeah.
thought that was also out of character for Joyce. So she didn't like doing those two scenes, which I thought was
Mm,
very interesting to hear from the actor's perspective, who are, trying to be these people, what they think
yeah,
they would and wouldn't do. So
yeah.
I thought that was interesting. So I wonder, like, what she would have done, like, what would she felt was in character.
What Joyce would have done. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. I love listening to the interviews of the actual actors and stuff because then you learn so
Yeah.
much.
I know. I love the insight they have. It's so good.
Yeah, because you literally have to be that person, don't you, when you're acting?
Mm,
So it's very interesting to know from their perspective. Yeah. So I guess that's it for this episode. What's the next one?
the next one is Bad Eggs.
Oh, okay. This one's
Mm.
okay. I really love her hair in this one.
I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that because I can't remember her do.
Oh dear.
I
I
was
remember her
actually, I did like her.
hairstyle.
I liked her hair in this episode. I did like her hair in this episode. I thought it looked
Mhm.
good.
I think also in this episode, when she's wearing that red top with the matching red cardigan thing,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think that's the same thing she wears in Innocence when they
Oh,
sleep
okay.
together. Because I feel
Yeah,
like I remember him taking off the cardigan and to see the cut, and he's like, "Oh, it's already healed." Do you remember?
yeah. I don't remember it
Yeah.
being red though.
Maybe she's got a similar thing, but I feel like it's a similar setup. We'll see. I can't
Mm,
remember her. I can't believe I can't remember.
we
But
won't have to wait too long to find out.
I'm so excited and so nervous at the same time. But it's really good. I just love Buffy so much. It's nice to like watch it properly, I think, because I haven't watched it properly in so long. You just
Yeah,
normally,
ditto.
yeah, like you said, just have it on in the background.
Yeah, to actually sit down, focus, not look at your
Mm,
phone, just
yeah,
watch it, take it all in.
yeah. Like, what did they say? Write that down.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
when he
one thing
says,
I wanted to
"Daddy's
mention.
here." Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so creepy.
Is also a link you sent me with the interview with James Masters saying that
Yeah,
yes, he definitely was going to be in the reboot.
yeah, I
He didn't know
know.
how, but he was contacted and he was going to be in the reboot and he was getting himself in shape for it.
Yeah, he said he was working out a lot. Which I
Yeah.
think is, oh, it's such a shame now because what? They were actually going to have Spike in it? Like, I don't know how they
Yeah.
would have done that, but like, what role he would have played? Would they have met before? Would they have not met before? Like, what would the
Yeah.
situation be? Because it's Buffy universe, not a follow on from Buffy.
Not
So
carrying on.
would he have
And it's
fallen in love with her again? Like,
I mean, we speculated that he was going to be in it, and we were pretty sure that he was. But to
mm,
actually have confirmation from James Masters that yes,
yeah,
he was
that
going to
was
be in
very
it is just
cool.
like, oh, another knife to the heart
I know. It's
over the
like,
Buffy
oh.
reboot.
I think even he is really upset because in that other interview I
Yeah,
sent you with him, and he's just like, he thinks they're all really silly
yeah,
for not taking this on. He's like, you got Sarah Michelle Gellar to say yes. Why did you not
Yeah,
continue this? Like, because she's never going to say yes again.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Ah,
So even he is really disappointed and just thinks they're all silly.
right there with you, James. I could not agree
Yes.
more.
Now we just all have to imagine what it could have been.
I mean,
What
that's
were they
quite
gonna
nice as well,
do?
though. I do like
Yeah.
imagining it's a world of possibilities, isn't it?
Yeah. But I want to see it too.
Yeah, that as
I
well.
want to see it. Show me. I hope the pilot is leaked at some point.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
sure it will
definitely be
be.
watching it if it is. I think it will
Yes.
be. I have
Yeah.
faith. We'll just have to wait a
Yes.
while for it, I think.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we've got Bad Eggs to watch, so that'll be good.
Yes, we do. And I'm watching them on my DVDs now, which is really exciting.
Oh, cool. Do you know what?
Yeah.
I think I'm really tempted to pull mine out of the attic just for the audio commentary on it and stuff. Because
Oh,
I've never
yeah.
listened to them, and I think it would be so interesting to actually hear what they have to say on some of the episodes.
Oh, I haven't either. That's a good idea.
Maybe I should do it.
Mm.
Maybe I should pull them out.
It might help us with some more like fun facts or something,
I
couldn't
know,
it?
I know. My fun fact session will turn into like a 40-minute presentation on
Who
everything
doesn't
that
want
happened in
that?
this episode.
Yeah. Who
Because I
doesn't
mean,
want that, Sally?
everyone just streams it nowadays, don't they? I am. I'm
Mm,
just watching it on Disney. People
mm,
don't have the DVDs, so they're not listening to the audio commentary.
mm. It's a lost thing that we can now
It
have
is.
because yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. No, I've never thought about listening to the commentary. I should do that too.
There you go. And now we're going to have to start right from the start again, just to listen to all the audio commentaries on it. A Buffy rewatch, rewatch.
We just didn't get it off the first time round. All right, cool. Well, I'll see you next week, Sally.
Bye.
Bye. What did you think of this episode?
Let us know in the comments below.
Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next week.
We're not just saying, we're slaying.
We are the Buffy Babes.